What's up, everybody? YuGiOh 101 Archetype review. Here to review another Archetype that's being released in the booster pack coming in April to the OCG called Return of the Duelist. What we're going to be reviewing is the OOPArts. Now, OOPArts is OOP Arts. You know, it stands for Out of Place Artifacts. And yeah, we're going to be looking at it. So let's get started. I hope you guys can forgive the background noise. I have some rude people in the house, but yeah. First card is number 33, OOPArts Super Weapon Maku Mak, my bad. Number 33, Super Weapon, OOPArts Super Weapon Maku Mak. That's what it looks like right there, like a big, like Castle of Illusions like card. But yeah, let's look at what this thing is. It is a light machine exceed effect monster, rank 5, attack 2400, defense 1500. It takes 2 level 5 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 exceed material from this card to target 1 monster on the field, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between the target's current attack and original attack. And this card gains attack equal to that amount. So this was intended to be used against, those people that have builds that revolve around, attack boosts and things like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's move on to the next card. OOPArts Crystal Alien. OOPArts Crystal Alien, and it is a light psychic exceed effect monster. Oh, we got us a psychic exceed. That's cool. But yeah, rank 3, attack 2100, defense 1000. Description: 2 level 3 monsters. Once per turn, when this card is targeted for an attack, you can detach 1 exceed material from this card this turn. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, and any battle damage you take involving this card is inflicted to your opponent instead. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it's pretty much an indestructible beat stick. It's indestructible. I mean, it can't be destroyed by card effects, which is helpful. And any battle damage that it takes, it can get inflicted to your opponent. So yeah, I mean, it is good to see another rank 3 exceed, and out of all of them, and out of all the types this thing could have been, it's a psychic. So that's another thing I'm happy to see, that they're bringing a psychic exceed into the game, and it's a rank 3, so that's a double whammy for me. Moving on, OOPArts Crystal Bone. It is a light rock effect monster, rank 3, level 3, my bad. Attack 1300, defense 400. Description: if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is special summoned this way, you can special summon 1 OOPArts monster except OOPArts Crystal Bone from your hand or graveyard. So it can help you out in a major way. It is basically a Cyber Dragon with the effect to special summon another, well, what you would want to do with this thing is like special summon another level 3 in order for you to exceed into this card right here, OOPArts Crystal Alien. So yeah, and it can be done from your hand or the graveyard, so that's always helpful. Moving on, the Indiana Jones reference. OOPArts Crystal Skull. The old Indiana Jones reference. Yeah, it's a light rock effect monster, level 3, attack 900, defense 600. Description: when you control an OOPArts monster, you can discard this card to add one OOPArts monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except OOPArts Crystal Skull. You can only activate the effect once. You can only activate the effect of one OOPArts Crystal per turn, so you can't abuse it. It's limited to one use per turn, and plus you have to have another OOPArts monster on the field. So, I mean, but it's worth it when you think about it, because you're able to either search or like recycle some monsters, from the graveyard. So it's helpful. I think it's a pretty fair card. I think it's pretty good for the archetype. So let's move on. OOPArts Golden Shuttle. Golden Shuttle. Let's look at this thing. It is a light machine effect monster, level 4, attack 1300, defense 1400. Description: once per turn, you can increase the levels. You can increase the level of all OOPArts monsters you control by 1. So intentionally, you want to have a level 4 on the field, like prior to you like summoning this card to the field. That way you can turn them both into level 5s. You can go into Maku Mak. Yeah, because it takes 2 level 5 monsters, as you can see. It takes 2 level 5 monsters. But, yeah, let's move on. OOPArts Moai. OOPArts Moai. Let's look at this guy. It is a Earth Rock effect monster, level 5, attack 1800, defense 600. Description: if you control an OOPArts monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. So all you gotta do is just summon something like this card, like Golden Shuttle. You can make it into a level 5, and then you can special summon this and go into Maku Mak. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna go. And this card has a bad angle right now. Like, I don't know if you can't really see that, but OOPArts Pyramid Eye Tablet. It is a continuous spell card, and face-up OOPArts monster you control gain 800 attack. So this is good for like Maku Maku's effect. You can inflict 800 damage. Like with this card, Eye Tablet. Like you can increase the monsters on your side of the field for 800. And then you can hit your opponent for 800, and this card can gain 800 attack. So that's a pretty good little deal right there. So moving on, OOPArts Technology. OOPArts Technology. It's a normal spell card. Banish one OOPArts monster in your graveyard. Reveal the top 2 cards in your deck. Add one of them to your hand and send the other to the graveyard. You cannot special summon monsters except OOPArts monster this turn. So this card is extremely helpful when you think about it, because not only are you able to get something like Crystal Bone out, like you can add Crystal Bone to your hand so you can summon it, or then you can special summon this from the graveyard with Crystal Bone's effect, or any other combinations that I showed from the cards that were revealed currently. But moving on, Stonehenge Method. Stonehenge Method. It's a normal trap card. Description: when OOPArts monster, when a OOPArts monster you control, when an OOPArts monster is destroyed. My bad, I'm thinking of something else while I'm reading this. Yeah. Description: when an OOPArts monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon one OOPArts monster that is not level 4 from your deck in face-up defense position, but it cannot change its battle position. So ideally, it said as long as it's not level 4, so it can be a level 3 like Crystal Bone or like Crystal Skull, or even like this card right here, like Moai. But as the other OOPArts get revealed, of course I'm gonna have some card review videos on them. So far, I like the theme of them, like the whole ancient artifacts deal, in reference to like Stonehenge and all those other like like alien technology, weird things, you know, all the ancient treasures and all the ancient artifacts and things like that. I like the theme of the archetype, and I like how the archetype, you know, like just helps itself summon, uh, you know, other ones. And um, I also like cards like Stonehenge Method that are pretty good for the archetype. So again, that's another point for Return of the Duelist. I mean, like this is the third archetype that's been revealed, like up in the booster pack. So, and it's still interesting. Like I like what I see so far. So, link to this is to the archetype is going to be in the description. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you guys for the next review. Peace.